Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. Tonight we're going to do our first CE5, Close Encounter of the Fifth Kind meditation. We're here in the deep dark desert of Southern California. We're set up in the valley below. Got our lawn chairs, got our snacks, and we got our meditation going. You can see one of our acolytes now. Notice how she's tuning in to the center of the universe. So I've got my laser light, and we're going to see what we can find. Now, I've done this before. I've had this successful once before. Used to be with a ritual working group, spiritual group, Fifth Way Mystery School. And we did something like this out in the woods near Danville, Virginia, of all places. And we did our regular working ritual. And for whatever reason, I just felt compelled to go look at the stars that night. So I walked down the creek, and there it was. There was this light in the sky at about, I would say, 80,000 feet. And it was just blinking. Now, there's lots of things that blink at night. But, you know, I'm an aircraft mechanic. I know a lot about airplanes, and I know what's blinking and what's not supposed to be blinking. It was not an aircraft. It was too high up to be a helicopter. It was motionless. Helicopters can only get up to about 23,000 feet, and that is a strain. It wasn't a satellite because I was looking to the north. Geostationary satellites would have been behind me, so it wasn't a satellite. If it was a polar satellite or some sort of satellite in a polar orbit, it had been moving. It wouldn't have stayed visible for half an hour. But it stayed there, blinking. I said, okay, well, maybe it's a quasar. Maybe I'm seeing some sort of flashing quasar. Something has erupted in the sky. And I just, you know, some sort of astronomical phenomenon I wasn't familiar with at the time. So I stayed fixated at that blinking light. But I noticed that the stars, after a while, were passing behind it. The stars were moving in star time. The blinking light wasn't. So now we have a real conundrum. Not an aircraft. Not a helicopter. There's no navigation lights for an aircraft. It was just blinking. It was just blinking. And there it was up in the heavens, about 80,000 feet. And at the end of about half hour, 45 minutes, it just whoosh, off to the northeast. Big ball of light, and it just upward. And I just thought, well, you know, that was kind of cool. I never really associated ritualized meditation with UFO encounters before, until I saw the work of Dr. Greer and his films. And I'm thinking, holy cat crap, I did that many, many years ago, and I just thought it was a fluke. And so I've been watching Dr. Greer's work, and you know, his coming from a Hindu background, I was coming from kind of a Buddhist background, all kind of the same emotional, higher intelligence kind of vibe. And so here we are in the Mojave Desert near the amazing petroglyphs, 13 moons, an 8,000-year-old calendar from the Mono peoples of North America. And we're going to do our first session. Now, I don't know if we'll see anything. We've done stargazing out here before, and we saw a lot of Starlink satellites. And we heard a lot of things rustling in the dark. It's very dark here in the desert. And we turn our flashlight on, and all these crazy, rushing, crinkling sounds coming from the dark. Rabbits. And a stink load of desert mice, all scurrying at night, trying to figure out what we're doing. And we're trying to figure out what they're doing. But no, they were rabbits. They weren't desert monsters. They weren't chupacabra. I mean, the first thing I thought of was, oh my God, we're going to be eaten by chupacabra. It's a bunny rabbit. So now I've lowered my chupacabra expectations. I've heightened my awareness of a bunny rabbit environment. And so now we're going to be looking for life from other planets here in the valley. So after a while, we'll get set up, and I'll show if we see anything. It'll be cool if we do. But, you know, and I got to admit, I'm kind of I don't want to say a skeptic, but I'm typically I'm kind of a hardcore nerd about this. You know, I come from a very sciencey background, hence the Science Channel. And I like to, you know, I'm a pilot, I'm an aircraft mechanic. I know what is an airplane. I know what a flying body is. I know what all these man-made things are. You know, I know what a satellite looks like. I know where the International Space Station is. I know where what the satellites look like coming and going, just because I'm a nerd. So I'm very, very studious in what I'm observing. And I tend to rattle out and disqualify a lot of the things that I see. I have to look at it through a scientific lens. I have to adopt the first principles thinking on what am I seeing. Is it this? Let's rule out this. Let's rule out this. Let's rule out this. And let's rule out this. Because we don't want to be fooled. We want to make sure what we're looking at is what we're looking at. We want to make sure we identify it correctly. So I think it's very important for this work. And I just want to throw out thanks to Dr. Greer for his tireless work, you know, in concerning the Disclosure Project and all of his films on CE5. They have been fascinating to watch, just utterly fascinating. And let's hope we see something tonight. So here we are in the middle of the desert, getting ready for our CE5 meditation. If you notice, we have two chairs, each facing each other. So if we both see something behind the other, we will know. So we've got a 360-degree view of the viewing area. So we can see Saturn and Jupiter barely through the iPhone. And the moon is, of course, clear as a bell. Chupacabra. So the first thing we're going to do through our meditation is we're going to close our eyes and relax. Close our eyes and relax. We're going to breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. We'll continue to do this. Breathe in and out. We want to make sure that we're cleansed of all of our anxieties. When we breathe in, we're going to vision ourselves breathing in white light. And when we breathe out, we're going to breathe out all of our tensions, our anxieties, our troubles. And you will see that leaving our body and our mind's eye as black smoke. We'll breathe in the white light and breathe out the black smoke. Breathe in the white light. Breathe out the black smoke. Breathe in the bright light. Breathe out the black smoke. And now we'll start to see the black smoke get a little less black. The bright light will continue to be breathed in by ourselves. And the black smoke will become gray and gray as more of our tensions are released through our breathing exercises. We'll breathe in the white light, breathe out the black smoke. In and out. And we'll continue doing this until there's no more cloudy smoke, no more gray smoke. We'll breathe in the bright light and then breathe out the bright light as we've totally cleansed all of the tensions and anxieties and darkness from ourselves. And we're just going to open ourselves up to love and understanding. We're going to keep our eyes closed and just open ourselves up to the universe and state that we are in love with the universe. We have a loving, open heart with peace in our heart to the universe. And we make the statement that we are wanting to make contact with beings of other worlds. We're wanting to share with them. We're wanting to communicate with them. As we breathe in the white light, breathe out the white light. As we breathe in the white light and breathe out the white light. We picture in our mind's eye the solar system with Saturn and Jupiter and Mars and Venus and our brilliant glowing sun, beckoning him to our location of the Milky Way as we breathe in the white light and breathe out the white light. Continuously meditating on peace and love and projecting it into the universe. Breathe in the white light, breathe out the white light. For us here, we want to center them on the coast of North America, vectoring them down from a global view of Earth to where we are today. We are in the desert of Southern California, nestled between two beautiful mountain ranges. And we invite them here into this little valley in the desert to meet with us and to share our love and peace throughout the universe. As we breathe in the white light and breathe out the white light. Now we move into our observational phase. As we continue to focus on our environment around us, we'll see what we can see and seeing if our call has been answered. What is that rattle?
I don't know.
That really bright moon is really hiding a lot of the stars. Right now, you, Don, you're breathing in the white light and you're breathing out calzone. You're breathing in the calzone and now you're breathing out the calzone. You are bringing your soul into alignment with calzone. And I'm pretty sure you're going to meet with your calzone with all the brightness and light in your heart.
Where?
Because I think you're freezing.
I am freezing. There's an airplane. Or satellite. Ooh, a satellite.
Airplane. See the red flashing?
Yeah.
That's the navigational beacon.
Oh.
Okay, so let's pack it up.
I'm freezing.
So the CE5 meditation really didn't produce a lot of results, if any. As you can tell, it was nearly a full moon. There was a light of, I don't want to say light pollution, but it was really bright, the moon, and we couldn't see a lot of astronomical anomalies if we wanted to. And again, this was our first time out trying these techniques. But I don't know if we didn't have any results, because here's the strange thing. So two things. The GPS in my car went out. I've had this GPS since 2018, I think it was, in my car, and it has never gone out. It has never gone lopsided. It has never stopped working. It was giving me exactly 178 degree the wrong direction. Now out here, which in the featureless desert, you really want to have your navigation down pat. So the FJ Cruiser has a magnetic compass, which we were using for navigation. The other thing is, my cell phone wouldn't work. We were going to order pizza after we got out of the desert, and cell phone would not work. I could look at photos and stuff like that, but it would not connect to anything. When we drove by one of these remote BLM, Bureau of Land Management, BLM cell phone towers, right under it, would not work. And I had to reboot it twice before any of the phone radio features would work. So I don't know if you can classify that as success, or evidence, or not. You guys decide and let me know in the comments. So that's it here from the freezing desert. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like what I'm doing on the channel, please subscribe. And if you got any comments, questions, concerns, just drop those in the comments below. Special shout out to all my Patreon guys. Thank you so much. Without you guys, I wouldn't be doing any of this. So until next time, I'll be your lab partner. Take care. Bye-bye.